To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
Hi folks, you're tuned into Business Today. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, until a few years ago, a buy now, pay later option used to mean that you should avail loans or maybe use a credit card. But recently, we have seen that many companies, banks, or even fintechs have actually launched their own buy now, pay later options of these cards. Now, these are for actually shoppers or consumers who can actually buy at that point in time, but also have an option to pay later. But what exactly is the difference between a credit card and a buy now pay later card as well? So here is the difference. There are many parameters to consider here. Let's first take off the approval process between both of them, the BNPL cards and credit cards. Now, when you apply for a credit card, of course, there is the entire KYC paperwork, documents that need to be done. And therefore, there is the time required by the credit card firm to approve a credit card in your name as well. And they will be requiring some certain documents of your proof of income and your credit history itself. But on the other hand, a BNPL card can actually have an instant onboarding of people, and not all players depend on the credit scores also right here. Let's now come to the repayment process. Say, for example, you use a buy now, pay later card and you initially invest certain amount of money and the rest of it in a BNPL card, you put it for later investment. Then how will things proceed and how does it really happen in credit cards? Now, repayment tenure in a BNPL card is actually an interest-free period is mostly up to 15 days. And certain lenders also allow up to 45 days of repayment tenure. On the other hand, when you talk about credit cards, usually it's a 45 days when you need to pay in full or convert this amount that you need to repay into EMIs up to 36 months, depending on the select players right there as well. But on the BNPL cards as well, there are certain players like Uni or Slice that also offer about 90 days of the repayment process as well. Now let's come to the annual joining fee. So what's the difference right here? Well, a BNPL card has nil joining fee for you. But on the other hand, a credit card comes actually with charges like the joining fee, recurring annual fee, etc., which can be also higher if you're going for a premium credit card. Now, usually this joining fee comes up to 1,000 rupees and varies across the different card issuers as well. Now, also, let's find out about what is the difference in the late payment fee structure as well. Well, as far as the BNPL cards are concerned, the late payment fee is as per the slab of the bill amount that you have taken this BNPL card for. On the other hand, for a credit card, it actually depends on card to card, and the late payment fee varies from these different issuers of card as well. Now let's come to the late payment interest that you need to pay in case you do not pay, you fail to pay the payment on time on the due date, as in when it was required by BNPL and by the credit cards as well. Now for the late payment interest, the maximum interest of many fintech players is around 2.5%. That actually comes to 30% per annum. Remember that BNPL cards are non-revolving in the case of non-repayment as well. When you talk about the credit cards right here, on the late payment interest, the revolving credit on a credit card is often 3% to 3.5% monthly. That actually comes up to 36 to 42% on an annual basis as well. Now let's come to the benefits that each of these cards have for all the users as well. Now, when you talk about the BNPL cards, say for example, and when we talk about the rewards or the discount points, for credit card, you definitely have some reward points or a cashback or some miles, the air flying miles as well, as most of the cards offer these, discounts as well. On the other hand, BNPL card issuers, say for example, you're taking from one merchant, that merchant may actually offer their own discounts on the usage of the consumer in that entire process only, but at that merchant area itself. So the players working on a Visa network, also like UNI and Slice, also allow the users to actually split their monthly sending. And in case of Uni, each transaction equally over 3 months with additional no charges actually is also offered by these Uni and Slice cards. Also, BNPL players can offer up to 24/7 customer support across platforms like, say, WhatsApp or email or call, which is not available for credit cards. For credit cards, you also have to go through the bank route or the fintech route, the customer care service route as well, in case you have any issues right there. So definitely both the BNPL cards and the credit cards have their own pros and cons as well. So how do you really come to decide which one is the better card for you to use? Now, well, if you're someone who does not have any credit history, if you've been applying for a credit card and have not been receiving it, then definitely a case comes that you can actually apply for a BNPL card. On the other hand, if you're a frequent shopper, you definitely explore taking a BNPL card from a particular merchant, which can be used into multiple places in case you already are a frequent shopper at those places as well. But definitely remember that the BNPL card offers a small ticket loan size or a financing option as well, rather than when you compare it with the credit cards as well. Now, however, one must definitely ensure that even if you get an interest-free BNPL card, you should beware and very cautious of using this BNPL card and not fall into the debt trap and not keep on adding on to your loan history, because clearing of debt is definitely more positive for your credit score and for your financial well-being as well. And with that, I wrap up this edition, but don't forget to stay tuned on to Business Today, because we keep getting you such informative videos which may be of use to you on a daily basis and which may have an impact on your wallet. Thanks a lot for tuning in. For now.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.